Good day. Hello, students. So, we are now in chapter 7. Now, can you recall from chapters 1 to 6? Let's start with, wait, chapter 6. What is chapter 6? Chapter 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, objective. No? What's again our objective? General purpose financial reporting, providing financial information. That is general purpose financial reporting. Okay. Then, 2, qualitative characteristics. Okay. And you have fundamental and enhancing. Then, 3, tumama na kayo sa dalawa. Very good. Number 3. Ano? Remember, we are after the... Anong after tayo, class? Mastery, not only your knowledge, but you have to master it. Okay? Then, we have financial statements, reporting entity, financial statements, elements. Very good. Of course, your input, that would be recognition. Diba? Your process, measurement. Now we'll go to output, presentation. No? Ano sabi dito? That, since, di ba sabi the focus is on financial performance, that's why take note. It gives you guidance in income and expense. You have in your elements, remember you have 5, and the last 2, diba? It's actually Alice. Okay? Income and expense, yung dinidiscuss dito. So, tingnan natin. The statement of profit or loss, other comprehensive income. Okay? Ito yung diniscuss. And since the primary source of financial performance, your statement of profit or loss, kaya binigyan tayo ng guidance. What else? And either it is a single statement or a separate statement because you have your comprehensive income. You should also classify it, no? Your profit, what affects your profit, which are income and expense. What else? The board decides, no, in exceptional circumstances that you should exclude from the statement of profit or losses yung sa comprehensive income. Although you may make decision, although you can make this decision, of course, because your premise would be relevance and faithful recommendation. And what does recycling meant? Ang sabi dito ay you can, in principle, income and expenses included. Recycled daw yan no? As long as it is allowed, as long as it can provide, no, a more relevant and a faithful representation. Diba? Okay. So what else was stated? As long as it would result to better communication. Yun naman yung uh, reason why we have the financial statement. And ano yung better communication? Or rather, why do we need to have better communication? Gas-gas na linya pa rin to. Useful to all the users. Okay, but our primary users are investor, lenders, and other creditors. Okay. Now, we have amendments. Okay. Ano ang sabi dito? In terms of the reference, it include explicit references, and it updates those reference. It also include the effects and the effectivity date. Okay, effect on the users and preparers, and of course January 1, 2020. It specifies what are the exemption of this. You have the business combination. This is in AFAR. Okay. Then you have the account balances of the regulatory, and these are accounting policies on accounting estimates and error. This business com will not discuss in the class, no. But maybe ES8 we can cover, maybe depending on the time. Okay. Then ano pa yung sabi, class? What are the other relevant documents? You have your full copy of the Conceptual Framework for Financial Reporting. You have the yung meetings of the different consultation, and you have the feedback statement. Except for the amendment, we don't have a copy of that one because we need to pay for that, diba? Aside from the project summary that we're discussing. Okay? Kasi the focus here is ito for the first time user, and since you're all accounting people, whether you like it or not, you need to read the 88 pages in full copy. Okay? Kasi nga chapters 2 to chapter 7 kaya to sa textbook niyo. Okay. Now, ang daming notes, diba? Ayan na. Natapos na natin yung 20 pages. Okay? Tingnan nyo naman kasi yung mga involved. Yung EASB, yung IFRS Foundation, the IFRIC, and then, of course, yung sa standards. Diba? Okay. Now, if this is the summary, then what else do we need to take a look at? So you have here the tentative decision. Then we already discussed the feedback statement, the fact sheet, and the summary. Then you have the different link. Diba? We already discussed the link. Yeah? I hope you were able to walk through the different link. Then you have the KPMG Global, na your conceptual framework. Okay? So have you been able to see what was discussed here? I hope so, diba? Pinag-usapan na natin to, no? Yung sa KPMG, yung how extensive the guidance offered, and what are the controversial areas in financial reporting. Kasi daw kaya tinanggal kasi controversial yung distinction between liabilities and equity. Okay? And they put up a separate project for that. Kaya ang focus natin, the asset and liabilities muna. Okay? Ano yung mga challenges, no? Um, yung implications niya sa recognition and the new one, the recognition. And since ngayon bago to, so they have to test the result of the framework, and it's been almost 3 years. So I expect, din nyo napansin, within 3 years, diba, within 3 years, nagkakaroon ng public consultation. Ang kaibahan nitong sitwasyon na to ngayon, eh, yung pandemic. So maybe they would have to look into, let's see, no? Kung before the end of the year or next year, may maririnig tayo na public consultation. No? Okay. So, do you have any question with our conceptual framework? Now, we already discussed the summary. Okay. The capital maintenance. We have not discussed kasi doon sa summary parang wala yung capital maintenance, no? Ibilikan nga natin. Alam ko wala eh. Let's see. We have, okay. Wait. Okay. Your project summary. No? And wala eh. Chapter 4, chapter 5, 6, 7. Ay, amendments na agad. Wala nga siya. Yung sa concept of capital and capital maintenance. Dahil wala, then let me be the one to discuss the concept of capital and capital maintenance. Ano ba idea nyo, class, pag sinabing capital? Sige, mag-isip na tayo. Para na sa ganun tingnan natin. Actually, dito, class, sa dalawang concept. Financial at saka, ano pa kaya? May iba pa ba kayo alam? Physical. Kasi diba, cost is equal to physical. Ako, ito yung sarili ko itong definition times monetary. Supported to nung ito yung financial, monetary yan diba? O yung physical, ito yung number of quantities, yung ganun. Pero dito, ano yung ibig sabihin ng financial? It is equal to net assets or the equity, okay, of the entity. So, under the financial maintenance concept, ang profit daw is earned lang kapag yung net assets mo at the end of the period ay greater than the amount at the beginning. So, yung ending tsaka yung beginning ng net asset mo pinagko-compare. Of which you need to exclude contributions from distributions to equity holder. Okay, ano yung mga distribution? Sharing profit. Diba? Okay. So, paano na ma-measure itong financial? How do you measure it? You measure it in nominal monetary units. Okay? And on constant purchasing power. Yun yung how you measure your financial capital maintenance. Okay? Paano yung physical? Physical, you're looking at your productive capacity. Okay? And when you say productive capacity, you're looking at the outputs, no? Pwedeng in terms of units. Okay? So, ulit tayo para you can recall. Ano ang financial capital, net assets, equity, no? And ang pag-measure ng profit, basta mas mataas yung ending balance sa beginning balance ng net asset. Paano siya mini-measure? Nominal, monetary, units, or constant purchasing power, no? Unit. Tapos, ang physical capital, it is the productive capacity of the entity. Ang example dyan, yung output in units. And so, profit is earned if the physical productive capacity increases during the period, excluding movement with equity holder. So, whether it be financial or physical concept, it focus on profit. Okay? And both has on, the eye is on the increases in the net asset and increases in the productive capacity. Okay? So, yan ang number 8 or chapter 8. Okay? So, clear ba, class? Clear sa atin ano ang meaning ng discussion natin. So, review tayo kasi pinag-usapan natin yung chapter 7. 7 is about, 7 is about output, no? It is presentation and disclosure. And why do we need to have this? Because it is, we would like to have an effective communication tool, no? And this effective communication tool would actually focus our attention on the objectives and the principles of presentation and disclosure. We can group similar items and separate these similar items, and it aggregates information. Okay? Kasi we have to focus on the holistic view of the performance of the organization. However, dapat you can balance between excessive aggregation kasi baka mamaya mo naman ay na-obscure na niya yung information. Okay? So, since we distinguish between profit or loss and comprehensive income and other related areas in the presentation and disclosure. So, can you now answer the questions of the different chapters? Very good, very good. If you can recall. No? Thank you very much, students, for listening. Just always have the patience and the diligence. More concept to come. No? Remember, you need to read the 88 pages. No? What I will provide you here will be your PowerPoint. No? So make sure you'll be able to read the 88 pages after the summary, because you'll have a separate quiz for the 88 pages. No? Most probably, do you have the academic calendar? Make sure that you have the academic calendar of our university so that you know the end of our term. No, normally we have 17 weeks, and it would average that every 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks, we will have our term. So most probably after the the Holy Week. At least sa Holy Week, naka-rest tayo, diba? Yun. So, thank you very much. Always be safe. Good day.